Good morning and welcome to Lisa Lovestone's Mushroom Matcha Morning. And Bedhead Musings. So, it's Saturday. It's getting towards the end of April. I don't know about you, but I feel like this year so far has been going by really fast, but last year went by really fast. It was like January and then it was November. Like, where'd the year go? So definitely bedhead. I did not brush my hair after my shower because I was waiting for it to dry, and now it's dry. But when I get ready to go do my things for the day, it'll get combed out. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to take the time to stretch in the morning, you know. It feels good on my back. And, you know, my arm has to be stretched out every day. Forward fast if you don't want to listen to this part, but I was noticing recently, I was holding something in this hand and I just, for some reason, didn't put it down, which I could have. Probably my phone. I don't know what I was holding. I was like, well, I'll just wipe my butt with my left hand. And, you know, if you've been following me, you know that this shoulder has been replaced twice due to osteoarthritis, being bone on bone and unable to move my arm. And the second time they did what's called a reversal. And I don't know why, and I really need to talk to my doctor about it. He removed wherever this muscle is right here. He removed it. It's either this one or this one. Actually, it might be this one. I need to ask him. There's a muscle here. There's a muscle here. Let's see. Yeah, I can feel this muscle. See? Look at that. I can't even. Ugh. Okay. I think there's still a muscle there. So it must have been this muscle. That's the muscle that helps you with a lot of this stuff. Anyway, it kind of is not reaching the same way. And I was going to like wipe my butt with my left hand and I couldn't. It's like, oh, it doesn't, I need to stretch this arm out better. Chair yoga really helps. Chair yoga really helps you have better mobility. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'll put this down because I got to use my right hand. And the horror came over my mind. I was like, if this shoulder gets replaced again, I pray to God it doesn't. But if it did, I would need this arm to wipe my butt. So I need to get it so that it can go back there and it can do a good job and reach. I can get my hand behind my back, which they did not predict that would ever be able to happen. They're like, don't worry about it if you never can do that. And I was like, are you ridiculous? Have you lost your mind? Don't worry if I can do that. A lot of people never can. When they've had the reversal, they can never get their hand behind their back. Yeah, I'm going to get my hand behind my back. Because if this shoulder gets replaced again, I need this arm to wipe my butt. So, I'd rather you find this comical than rather disgusting, because the facts of life are not disgusting. You know, we're so conditioned, especially as women, to talk about delicate and dainty and light subjects and not the deep, hard, real subjects. And I'm just not going to play that game. I am not going to be censored as a woman that, oh, women don't talk like that. Well, yes, they do, because I'm a woman and I talk like that. So, yes, they do. All right? So, if you've been conditioned to be prissy, I feel sorry for you, because there's no freedom in that. You should be allowed and encouraged to be free, to be whoever you want to be, whatever you want to be, and say what you want to say. Obviously, we don't want to be uncouth or rude, but, you know, definitely be real. Keep it real. And what helps raise the vibration more? Not much. More than people being their authentic self. When you are your authentic self, you raise your vibration significantly. Be who you are. I mentioned in videos a long time ago, not recently, that it feels like the only friends I have are homeless people. And the situation is that my kitty colony is surrounded by homeless people. So, what would I do? What is the best thing for me to do to keep my kitties safe? Be nice to the people who live around them, right? Be kind to them. Treat them respectfully. Oh, she's a nice person. She talks to us. Most people won't even look at us. Most people don't want to know we exist. But we can walk right up to her and ask her a question, and she'll talk to us. We won't hurt her kitties because she's a good person. See? See how that works? I mean, getting all these cats rescued, I thought I would be done by now. I thought I'd be done by now. There are more cats than there are homes for them. So think about that. There's a few cats out there in my colony that aren't spayed or neutered, that are new to the colony. So they either came from another colony because they knew they'd get fed daily, or they were dropped off. And most of them are dropped off because they're friendly. And those first few days when I see them, they're crying. They're absolutely crying because their heart is broken, because their family abandoned them. And I get to hear them cry. Yeah. Kitties cry. Kitties cry, dogs cry, horses cry. Yeah. And my heart breaks every time. And I just want to grab the person who dropped them off and say, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't abandon your family like that. And your cats and your dogs are your family. There's so many. There's so many. It's just like one finds a home, another comes in. One finds a home, another comes in. What am I going to do when I move away? Who's going to take care of these cats? There's not enough people stepping up to help. It's a very... Rescuing animals is heartbreaking and hard work. My partner that helps me trap, she's a linguist for the Air Force. She brings these cats into her house. As many as she can fit legally, morally, ethically, right? And she was helping me trap kitties yesterday. It was almost 90 degrees yesterday, and it was humid, and it was hot because where we are, where we park our cars, where we stand, is pavement and concrete. So it's the ground beneath my feet is hard. And I'm just in my daily little sandals. And they're the only shoes I brought here. I'm going home to get another pair of shoes because my feet hurt this morning badly. And I was so hot. I was so sticky with sweat. My face was just so wet with sweat. I was so wet right in here where I really get soaked. Right in there. Just soaked. And I didn't get paid to do that. I didn't get a Medal of Honor. I didn't get a key to the city. I got acknowledged by a homeless person. Right? Well, they've got nothing better to do than to notice what's going on around them. Maybe we should all take the time to notice what's going on around us. Maybe we all should just take the time. You know? If your life is rushy, change it. Change it. I have rushy days that just can't be helped. But I really try to plan my calendar out to where I've got some time in the morning to just do my thing. You know, when I'm with the animals, I take them outside, I throw the ball, I lay in bed and the kitty sits on me and purrs, and that's wonderful. You know, got to take time for those kinds of things. So, yeah, if you're feeding a stray kitty or a stray dog, please call animal control so they can catch it and get it spayed or neutered so it can't get pregnant. You know, people think that the dog pound just euthanizes animals. Well, no. A lot of them don't just euthanize animals. Some of them spay or neuter And if the animal isn't adoptable, they might release it back into the wild, where at least it can't have babies. Animals in the wild don't live as long. You know, I'm surprised my homeless friend Mike, he's a year or two older than me. He's, yeah, 2 years older than me. He's 62. He's homeless. He's old for homeless. It's a rough life. It's a rough life. I wish I could just save them all. The people and the cats, right? Provide them with a home. They say a lot of homeless people don't know how to take care of a home. Well, I guess I could teach them how to take care of themselves, how to take care of their home. This homeless lady, she smiled and she has a few of her teeth left, but they're like brown and there's just like pieces of tooth left, like pieces of the tooth broke off. And it looks like something from Lord of the Rings once she smiles. But you know what? At least she can still smile. She's homeless and she can still manage a smile. Good on her. There's people so depressed that have a home, a safe place to live, a family that supports them, and they can't get out of fucking bed. They can't manage to find a moment of happiness within themselves. Happiness happens right here. Yet this homeless woman who has nothing lives inside a gathering of trees in a tent that's propped up with wood. She managed a smile. She managed to be social and come over and talk to me about the cats, wanting to know what I'm doing. And I explained to her I was trapping kitties so that they couldn't, some of them are just getting spayed and neutered and some of them are gonna get a home. The one I wanted to get rescued, I couldn't catch. But we did catch one that desperately needed to be spayed or neutered. I'll find out today or tomorrow if it's a boy or a girl. So can I say anything that's helpful, will help you feel good about the day? Well, if you look outside, the sun is shining, at least for me. I looked at the weather in Wyoming and it's still really cold there. You know, I managed to have a garden in Wyoming, but living in Georgia, you know, I had a garden in Wyoming, I had a garden in New Hampshire. I never got the amount of food that I could get here if I had a garden here. I was talking about sunshine. You know, it's definitely the growing season in Georgia. You could go pick strawberries today if you live in Georgia or even Florida. There's strawberries everywhere. I've been eating so many strawberries the last couple weeks. Eating fruits and vegetables helps make you happy. Being out in the sunshine, get outside, take your shower, feel good. But it starts here. You got to take that first step. My matcha's gone. I forgot my mason jar that I make my matcha in. So I've been making it in this. My head is really stuffed up. I have no idea how loud my voice is. My head is stuffed up. Ugh. Words of encouragement. Bashar says, regardless who became our president, if anything extreme happens, the people on his spaceship will intervene. That gave me a shit ton of comfort. But I guess to what extreme? I mean, he said specifically, I should be more specific because he was specific. He said that the Galactic Federation of Light, whatever he calls them, will not allow Earth to be destroyed. So that's comforting. He didn't say that he wouldn't allow humanity to be destroyed. Now that I think about it. Well, I mean, this planet can't be destroyed because it has a lot of purposes for the Federation. We have portals on this planet that life on other planets, they use our portals to get from point A to B in a split second. So this planet is necessary for the galaxy, basically. So they will preserve this planet. He didn't say they'd preserve the humanity. I mean, in a sense, they don't really need to, because they have made agreements with certain human women for women to procreate for them. You know, so there's lots of women who have agreed to procreate for them so that they may continue to exist. So their children are hybridized humans. I mean, they would barely be recognized as human. But supposedly, when they get older, at some point, they're going to come live on this planet. So Hi, kitty. Hello. Meow meow. A lot to think about. That's why I want to get with my dowsing rods and my pendulum. I haven't talked to my spirit guides in a while. I want to have a conversation with them and see what's going on in the world, see where the energy is, what's going on, where are we at. I've been just not doing it because I don't want to lose my peace. You know? I mean, if my spirit guides were to say, no, I won't be alive in 2027 or 2028, I'd be sad. That'd make me really sad. Because that would mean I have lived my life this long and didn't get to have grandchildren. Nothing means more to me than my grandchildren that aren't born yet. Hopefully there will only be 2 or 3. I've talked to my son about that since he was young. Please don't be one of those people who have 5, 6 children. This planet cannot sustain it. Just, if you want more children, there are thousands, and I mean thousands of children who need to be adopted. A lot of children lost their parents during the pandemic. Children lose their parents in car accidents. You know, you go to school and mom and dad never come pick you up because they died. So that's why Social Security goes to children, because the money their parents paid into Social Security goes to them to make sure that they don't end up on the street, which sometimes they do anyway, because people don't take care of them. They collect the Social Security, and the kid runs away from home because they're being abused. That's why we need checks and balances, but that's not always the case. A lot of times an auntie will take the children and she'll treat them very well, right? She deserves that Social Security to take care of her sister's children or her brother's children, right? Or her grandchildren. Some women take care of their grandchildren because their parents died, their children died, whatever. So they're mom and dad to their grandchildren. That's what the Social Security does when it goes to children. It's the money their parents put into Social Security. It goes to the children. It's a survival fund. Social Security isn't just a retirement fund. It's a survival fund to pick us up when the bottom falls out from under us. It helps meet our basic needs. Make sure we're fed, we have a place to live, that we go to school, that we have clothes. It's not a lot of money. The country is not going to go broke giving people Social Security. The country is going broke having a fucking crazy man at the helm. We're already $1 trillion more in debt today than we were on January 1st. $1 trillion from January 1st to the middle of April. Our government has gotten us into $1 trillion of debt. That has never happened in our history. Never. I researched it. On the government website. What was our national debt in 1980? What was our national debt in 1990? What was our national debt in 2000? What was our national debt in 2010? What was our national debt in 2020? What was our national debt in 2024? What is our national debt today? From January 1st to March of 2025, the United States has gone into $1 trillion of debt. My son was born into a country that was debt-free. The United States had no debt, no national debt when Bill Clinton was president. And I didn't vote for Bill Clinton. I was a Republican. But I was paying attention because I had become a mom. And by golly, yes, I was paying attention when Bill Clinton was president. Yeah. I was a working mom. And I got this child care, what was it called? Child credit thing. So I got a little bit extra back when I did my taxes. I was a single mom and I was a good mom. I didn't go out and party. I didn't have baby daddies. I had one child. I raised one child. I even had a couple foster kids for a while. One's doing well, one's dead. The older one I didn't have for long. He was already in so deep of the darkness. But the sister, she's doing great. She was with me longer. Me and my son and my boyfriend. It was my boyfriend's niece and nephew. Now it's one fucked up family. But yeah. When my son was born in 1995, this country didn't have a national debt. It was zero. And now, 29 years later, it's in the trillions. In 29 years, we went from zero to trillions. That's embarrassing that our government can't manage money properly. They give themselves fucking raises, but they haven't raised the minimum wage, have they? In years and years. That's insane. Okay. I've got some things I've got to get done today. So I've got to go. So peace, love, joy, love, and light. Love yourself. Learn. If you don't know how, learn. And one of the best ways to start is to watch YouTube videos, or I don't know, you could go to her website, terrycole.com or Terry Cole on YouTube. Terricole. Terry Cole. She's a licensed psychotherapist, and she wrote a book called Boundary Boot Camp. Get the fucking book. Get the workbook. Do it. Learn to have safe boundaries. I see people all around me allowing people to treat them like shit, and they just keep letting it happen year after year. You know what? I was letting somebody treat me like shit year after year. But it wasn't constant, right? Wasn't constant. But I'd get treated like shit, wouldn't see the person for a while, would see the person, things would go well, then I'd get treated like shit, like I don't matter, like I don't exist. I mean, what kind of friendship is that when your friend forgets you even live on this earth? That you're even their friend, that they forget you. Oh yeah, that's right. Lisa's one of my friends. I should reach out. Fuck you. Fuck you. I deserve better than that. Much better. So, you deserve better. So get the book, Boundary Boot Camp. Get the workbook. Watch the videos. Listen to them. I listen to them over and over. Same video. I would replay it and listen and listen. Played it in the car. Played it laying in bed. Listened and learned. Listened and learned. Took notes. Wrote a journal. That was one of the loneliest, hardest years of my life. Is when the pandemic happened. I think I was spared from getting COVID-19 because I was doing the hard work of myself, raising my vibration, healing. Why give Lisa COVID? She's doing the hard work. So I was spared from that horrible sickness. I've never had COVID-19. And I've literally hugged people who had COVID-19. They didn't know it at the moment, but like the next day, they're like, I have COVID-19. Oh, I hugged you. Oh, I sat at a table and ate dinner with you. I never got it. I'm grateful for that. So, love yourself. Learn to love yourself. Learn to respect yourself. Learn to respect your own boundaries, because other people won't respect your boundaries if you're not respecting them. Other people won't respect you if you're not respecting yourself. You gotta do the work. Gotta do the work. Love and light and blessings. Lisa Lovestone out.